Hello guys, welcome to another video of Azure DevOps. In this video, we are going to see how we can integrate Bitbucket to Azure DevOps and how we can basically store our pipelines and other code inside this Bitbucket and how we can enable CI/CD with the Bitbucket and Azure DevOps. So if you have requirement to integrate ADO and create your CI/CD pipelines in Azure DevOps, and you have your code for your organization in Bitbucket, then this is the process you can follow to integrate Bitbucket with Azure DevOps and follow this process to also create continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines. Okay, so let's begin. Here I am in my Bitbucket repository. This is the ADO test is my Bitbucket repository. You can see this is empty at the moment. We have only a readme file. Okay, so we'll create an Azure pipeline in this repository, and if you have any of the source code or your application inside this Bitbucket repository, that is fine. We'll create the pipeline and store it here so that this pipeline you can use that pipeline to either build your code and push that to somewhere, some artifact or some repository, and there you can, from there you can download and deploy it. Let me click on new pipeline. If you click on new pipeline, you can see there is an option of Bitbucket Cloud. Open that. So this way, it will take you to your Bitbucket organization. It will ask you to log in. Since I already have login once, it is not asking me. But if you are new or you have never logged into the Bitbucket, it will go ahead and ask you to log into your Bitbucket account. Once you have logged in, you will have to provide the permission to this Azure pipeline. Okay. So here I have my repository. This is the repository name. You can see ADO test. So I will select this. Oh, okay. I will select this, and now it is asking me to create the pipeline. Either you can use starter pipeline. If you have any already existing YAML pipeline, you can select this so that it will give you the branch and path name to select your existing YAML file. Click on show more and it will show you so many tasks, which inbuilt tasks which you can use in your Azure DevOps pipeline. We'll just create a simple starter pipeline, and we'll see how we can store this inside the Bitbucket. So this is my YAML pipeline with trigger, pull, steps, and we are just printing and running few bash script. Okay, we have also added the trigger for master. So whenever we push or will change something or create the pull request inside this master branch, in this repository, our new pipeline should automatically trigger. Okay, this is called nothing but continuous integration. When one developer is making change in the source repository or creating some pull request, our continuous integration pipeline should automatically trigger. Okay, that's why we have set the trigger as master. We'll test this as well. I'll show you how we can basically test it. Let me click on save and run. So this will create the pipeline. This will also push this azure-pipelines.yaml file inside our Bitbucket repository, which this is empty at the moment. Okay, so pipeline has been created, and you can see the task already are running. You can see the repository and version. If you click on this, it will take you to the Bitbucket. Okay, and if you click on master, this branch, it will take you to the master branch in the Bitbucket. If you click on the commit ID, it will take you to the Bitbucket commit ID and it will show you what are the changes has been made. Okay, now let me go ahead in the Bitbucket and let me refresh this page. Okay, let me refresh this again. If you check this here, initially we had only readme file. Now you can see Azure pipelines.yaml file as well, which is just pushed last committed was 2 minutes ago. If you open it, you will see the YAML pipeline of YAML of basically this pipeline, okay, which we had created. If you just click on edit here, you can see that as well. You can directly go to your repository by clicking on this link or even master branch. Okay, now if you just click on edit pipeline, it will take you to the Bitbucket repository to edit the pipeline. See, whenever you just added something or you will commit it. So suppose let me add another task here. Okay, so once we just click on validate and save, what this should do, this should basically add this task inside our Bitbucket repository in this file. Okay, once this is added, since we have added the trigger for master branch, this should also automatically run this pipeline as well. Okay, I will not run this pipeline from here. This will trigger and run this pipeline automatically because I am changing this inside our master branch. Let me add this, click on validate and save. I am committing directly to the master branch. Let me click on save. If you notice it, I just have saved it. I have not clicked on the run. Let me go back to the pipeline and you can see there is already run has been triggered and queued because we have enabled the continuous integration for master branch and we made changes directly in the master branch. So this way you can enable continuous integration as well. Once this pipeline continuous integration pipeline is completed, you can create another pipeline to deploy it. That is nothing but continuous deployment pipeline. So this is how we can achieve CI/CD pipeline using Bitbucket. If you refresh this page, you should see the latest changes as well. You can see this is the task which we just have added and it is now reflecting in our Bitbucket as well. Okay, you will see also the commit ID and all. This is the commit ID which we have made last 1 minute ago and it is now showing it here. So this is how you can keep your source code in Bitbucket, your manage your source code, everything inside Bitbucket, pull request and everything. And from Bitbucket you can use Azure pipelines to automate your deployments, create continuous integration pipeline, continuous deployment or continuous delivery pipeline, and achieve CI/CD using ADO tool for your Bitbucket source code repositories. Okay, that's it from this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any feedback or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.